because they will do whatever they need to do automatically. Because you have the orders set up properly, you just shouldn't fuck with it anymore.
Oh, okay, so now they're going back on their own properly.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully in the correct position. Yes, they are.
Okay. They were just being weird about it.
Yeah. They were weird because you right-clicked that province and didn't let them do what they needed to do.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
One of the things I really don't like about this is there's not really much micromanagement. You have to trust the AI to carry out your orders in the order you want them done. Sometimes it's good if you have like a really big fucking army. Sometimes it's not so good when you're Yugoslavia.
Radio... Mechanical computing. Okay, that's done for research. Let's see what we have right now. Okay, this is being researched. Anything interesting here? Special forces, no. Air police. Maintenance, hospital. I guess artillery makes sense. Because we have nothing as far as artillery goes. Okay, let's go. Don't time out Lolo.
It's only 10 seconds, he can get over it.
Is it 10 seconds?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, there are reasons for timeouts now.
Reasons bad joke. I don't think this channel has the standards to allow banning for dumb jokes.
I do.
Okay, let's see what else.
If you want to just, in general, have better research times, you should go into those middle bits. The research and production advisors.
Industrial research or electronic research time. Okay, let's go with the industrial one.
I'm just kind of gonna let you coast for now and hope you don't make any mistakes.
Well, it's okay to game over. I put this big fucking disclaimer that
Failure
says
is
beginner
fun.
stream. Oh yeah. Plus, this is good. You're supposed to encourage new people to play grand strategies and waste hours upon hours of their life.
So, now that you have a bunch of army experience, you can start fucking around with your division layouts in the editor if you want.
So, like making 2 army divisions.
No, I mean...
Or just like changing the
The
layout.
divisions are what the units are called.
Ah, okay.
Like, you have 22 divisions on your border right now. A division is just infantry, like tank division, motor division. They are your principal unit of army measurement. And you can start fucking around with them in the production tab, no, not the production tab, recruit and deploy tab.
Ah, okay. So that.
If you hit edit on one of them on the right, you can change their general layout. Give them more men, take men away. Change infantry to artillery, give them more support stuff. Supports in general cost 10 to fuck around with, to add or subtract.
Oh, okay.
Just their basic units cost 5 each, but if you want to create a hybrid class, of like, say you want to add a tank division to this, or a tank unit to this division, it'll cost 25.
Okay, I get
But what you can do give them artillery for just flat 5 if you want it, or some mountaineers.
We don't have artillery yet because that's being researched right now. So
That's being researched, right?
yeah. So I'll actually just wait for that until that's done researching it, and then I'll start adding them.
What you should do right now, though, is check and see if your Mountaineer division, or actually, what you could do is beef up your Mountaineer divisions, because you have a bunch of those, but there's only 3 units in them. That's kind of pathetic.
So I can just like add 2 divisions.
I'm going to kind of backseat game here right now and tell you to give them an engineering company. Because engineering companies, on top of increasing their, entrenchment bonuses, they also make them better at moving through terrain. They move faster and have less penalties and more bonuses in certain types of terrain when they're fighting.
That's odd. They let you add mountaineers here, but they don't let them add you here. In this line. That's a little strange.
They do. You just gotta select it.
No, I mean like it. So like in these 2 lines, like this tree, it lets you have mountaineers and infantry, but this tree.
A mountaineer is a type of infantry battalion that those are the 3 groups, and a mountaineer is a subgroup.
Oh, okay.
So one thing you have to be wary of is combat width. The width of the unit on this screen actually determines its actual combat width. Other than that, I'm not aware of anything. So you want to build long, not wide.
Okay. Remove this. Okay, understood.
I'd say stick with them with the 5, yeah. Because you can't afford anything else anyway.
Yeah, it costs 20. Okay, cool.
And now your existing divisions will attempt to reinforce themselves to the new template.
Okay. So I have memorization effort already. Okay. Equipment effort, I'm guessing. Yeah. Research bonus.
Yeah, you can. They also apply retroactively, so if you went for doctrine effort, it might speed up your current doctrine research.
Research bonus for land doctrine. Oh, and army experience +5.
Only some of them do the army experience +5. If you want to go into mechanization, you can research that, but I wouldn't recommend that because mechanized units are not as good at defending. They're more for offensive operations.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing equipment effort is important. Research is 50% research bonus for infantry weapons support artillery. Okay, so it doesn't actually affect.
It will affect the artillery currently researching.
Yeah. Okay.
Equipment effort is a good baseline you should go for.
Yeah.
Since you're going for a more traditional army.
Okay, we have trench warfare. Grand battle plan. So, why do I get the 50% sometimes? Because I'm researching it late.
Those 50% bonuses are bonuses from your division or from your focus tree.
Oh, okay.
So, like it said, 50% research bonus to doctrine. That's from the thing you just got.
Okay.
They are not flat 50% bonuses. There are only a certain number of them that you can use. And you can check them in that tab. They are on the top left, those weird 3 arrows. that icon.
Mm-hmm. Aha, okay.
I mean, in the research
Yeah,
tab.
yeah.
The one on the right's the flat bonus you get to research speed, and the one on the left is the limited bonuses you get to specific types of research.
Production efficiency cap.
Production efficiency cap extends the bar on your existing factories,
Mm-hmm.
which you could kind of have guessed.
This is still being researched.
So, what I would recommend doing after, I'll wait for that after research. Go for a support battalion if you're out of ideas for something. Like,
Yeah.
recon is very important. You don't want to fight the enemy blind. I would go into your recruitment guys and swap out your cavalry for something else, because cavalry is kind of useless. Or just stop producing it entirely.
Well, we can go for a motorized division.
Motorized guys require a lot of stuff. They need trucks, and you haven't even started production of trucks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, we can check whether I have production. Yep, none. No factories assigned.
Mm-hmm. Actually, what I would do... How many civilian factories do you even have right now?
Oh, let's check that. Construction... 24.
If you've got 15... Or 50... There is a set number of them that is used to create consumer goods, which is different from Hearts of Iron 3, in that consumer goods were a thing you had to manually focus things on. If you have 15 working on one project at a time, which you will see on your active projects, you should just stop creating civilian factories right now. You should you should just cancel all the rest of those and switch to production of military factories.
Okay.
Or infrastructure or anti-air guns or whatever else you want. But you definitely need military factories.
Okay, so military factory. Let's see. We have military, civilian, synthetic, land force, coastal fort, naval base, convert, anti-air, air base infrastructure.
What you might want to do, if you are expecting an attack and you know an attack is coming from the west, make a bunch of land forts on your western border. You can queue those up after your military factories or before.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see what
Your border regions are in have a coating of light green if you're particularly inattentive. But first, before you do anything, I would just shift-click all of your provinces to have them start queuing up the military factories.
Oh, so factories don't take up the same slot as ports?
No, land forts are their own thing.
Oh, okay.
Same with radar stations and a couple of other things.
Okay.
The only things that take up slots are the 6 in that triage thing. What kind of makeup is your tank battalion right now?
Let's check. 1 light tank.
That's pathetic.
Yeah.
You can add a 2nd division of that and start working on those.
That's like in this slot. What to add? How much is in?
You can only make one if you only have 7.
Yeah.
Engineers are not as important for tank divisions because tank divisions are just inherently fast. Also, you want to set a location of where they should be.
Oh god. This is a bit like the fiddly part of doing windowed mode.
Yeah. You can just use the arrow keys if you need to.
Okay. So, let's see. Let's add them in Bosnia. And Gorska Bishop.
It says the thing, but it actually does matter which province you click.
Because, like, new troops will be deployed from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, it says Bosnia, but that particular place in Bosnia that you clicked is where they'll appear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I didn't know. Okay.
So you want them...
A bit closer to the border.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Please stop using your Air Force.
Sorry.
I'm begging you.
It keeps defaulting to that.
No, you keep clicking the thing.
Now I'm living the game. It's all the game's fault. Okay, so we don't really have to do this.
It's 1937.
Yeah, so let's just do improve. Did your improvement sheet tools. What else is there? Research time minus 3%. Time to research.
Radios are important if you want to go into radar.
Yeah.
And radar is kind of a thing you want to do if you want to defend yourself from the air.
Yeah.
And also the sea. It also just straight gives you a reinforcement bonus, so your guys will be into the fight faster after a fight.
Oh, we're still in 37.
Yep, the years go by kind of slow, since this is of limited scope.
I mean, well, it is just like a concentrated period in time.
One thing I really like that I discovered, you can play it. The game ends at 1948, but you can keep playing if you don't care about score. You can just keep going if you really want to.
Oh, that's good.
You won't get any achievements or increased score on the scoreboard, but you can do it if you just want to fuck around and see how far you can get. Like if you're, say, North South Africa.
Artillery research time, memorization research time, small arms research time.
If you're going traditional armies, artillery is kind of important. Kind of very important. Because it will be your main source of hard attack versus soft attack.
Yeah, I was thinking between that or small arms. Mostly because they actually use the name of Zastava here instead of generic company 1, generic company 2. But yeah, let's go too early.
Zastava makes some pretty neat guns.
They generally did a good job with like just naming stuff here for Yugoslavia. They're actually using actual historical figures for political advisors as well. Oh, God, this pause thing, like it really needs to be an option where it just pauses until you're done reading everything.
I'm a fan of that.
Doctrine effort, doctrine effort.
Does Zastava still make arms for the Serbian army?
I actually don't know.
I would go down the armament trees
Yeah, just check it
since
out.
you need some military factories, and those are quick ways to get them.
Like Zasta is mostly famous here right now for making one of the worst cars ever.
Is it worse than the Gazelle?
Well, I think like the Yugo was considered the worst car by so many fucking lists and shows and whatnot.
So what I would recommend right now, right off the bat, is going down anti-tank.
Yeah, that's it.
Modernizing your anti-tank capabilities.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna be doing land warfare, I feel like I'm gonna be seeing a lot of tanks.
Anti-air is... A lot of... Anti-tank gives a lot of piercing and also, surprisingly, a large amount of heart attack. And you get kind of the same with anti-aircraft, but that's understandably to a lesser extent.
Yeah. So let's go back to this, and just it's kind of strange that like it locks you out of this stuff, but it doesn't just like auto research until this kind of point. Because like if this is the only choices, might as well just auto research. I don't know. I guess if you want to use the slot for something else. Probably call for elections. Let's see, political power -20, gains national spirit. Democratic opposition, voicing protests, which grants political power, gain -50%, daily democracy support +5, and this does nothing. Okay. Let's go down the political route. Jesus Christ, like that national unity guy is helping a lot with this average.
When you change ideologies, you take a shit ton of national unity damage. I kind of get why it is, but I wish to offset that they would have something like Hearts of Iron 3 had, which this doesn't, which is an ahistorical mode where you're just, before even day one, you can set where the hell you want your country to be politically. And what you want your starting force layout to look like. Which you cannot do in this one, and I'm kind of disappointed because I miss it.
I'm just gonna go with this then. That's not... Person play design replace self-attack time.
So what you can do now, since you've researched artillery and anti-tank, you can give one or the other. Or a couple of things have happened, or two specific things. You can now straight up give your divisions artillery detachments, and also, if you don't want to waste a slot giving them artillery, you can give them support artillery.
Yeah.
Support artillery or anti-tank. They don't do as much as a dedicated AT or artillery detachment would do, but it gives you some of the bonuses and doesn't impact your speed if you cared at all about speed. It also costs less in terms of material to make stuff for those.
Wow.
But if you ever plan on doing that, you're going to need to have yet another factory dedicated to making them.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of doing artillery on one of these.
Artillery is very expensive steel-wise. Just warning you now.
How are we doing in terms of resources? doesn't have a overview. Where is the trade thing? So steel, yeah, we're already hurting for steel since we are in need of that.
How the hell does Yugoslavia have that much aluminum?
I have no
You're a net aluminum exporter. How the fuck?
no idea.
And chromium.
I guess. Should I trade something? Oh no, they just do. Are trades only with factories, or can you trade materials for
You
material?
can only trade with factories. You can't do material for material.
Oh, that's kind of
Also, exporting is handled automatically, and you have really no control over it.
Okay.
You can only manually import things. I'd wait until you get your factories up to start trading, because trading does cut into your construction abilities.
Yeah, I think I should probably wait for factories to be up. Like, we're now doing the last of these factories, and then it's gonna go to military factories. Effort.
So apparently chromium is only used in heavy tanks and large ships.
Low. I guess I'll be building heavy tanks then at some point.
Oh hey, yeah, that's the thing you could have gone into.
Well,
You could focus on heavy tanks and eventually super heavy tanks.
Well,
If
then
you
we
really wanted to spend a lot of time on a small amount of things.
Well, then I guess mechanization effort, and then after that armor effort.
If you want to.
I mean, like, I don't have the steel for small arms apparently, but I can make tanks.
Yeah. I'd say before you start moving on that, can finish off armament and construction. Because those are free factories that you can use immediately.
Well, then I might as well just do construction effort 3 and then armament 2 and 3. Because the bonus,
Sounds good.
Yeah, bonus is bigger. Okay, got the radio out. Let's see. Radio detection, which gives this later on, so... Let's see, what's this do? Realize to gain intel on enemy troops in nearby states. A higher radar level in the state increases the effective range of the radar. Radar also provides the state with better detection of enemy air force, giving your planes a better chance. Yeah, this seems like I need for defense.
I would go for the radio thing to cut down research times.
Radio thing cuts down research times. Where is that?
That's the other tree. The entire other tree is
Oh.
just a research time reduction.
Oh, mechanical computing.
Yes.
Ah.
Also, encryption and decryption are incredibly important. And there are things you don't really want to fall behind on.
Okay. Well, this is, I guess, warfare. Mid warfare, so I can cancel that and just do it.
You can just select it from here, you can just swap over.
Okay. I'm glad that they made pretty good idle music, because to be honest, you'll be staring at the screen for a long time.
I have words about the idle music. You don't have... Did you pre-order this?
Yes.
Oh. How the hell are you not getting that fucking song, then? Dance Your Troubles Away, or whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't know, I think the DLC is teched on my end, but I don't know why I'm not getting it. Maybe I should be glad I'm not getting it, because I like this music quite bad.
Oh my god, it's fucking horrible.